Hello garden friends and welcome. I am JT Bear and today I want to talk to you and quickly share my top 3 tips on successfully using straw bales in your gardens based on my research and my experiences so far. So let's just dive right into it, shall we? My number one absolute top tip would be to do something you hardly ever seem to see, and that is to cut those suckers open and just let them expand. I've seen countless videos where well-meaning gardeners are sharing from their experiences and they're turning away from straw because for them it hasn't worked. And then they'll show, images of dead plants in straw bales, so clearly it didn't work. But those bales are still pretty intact. They really haven't broken down. They're still really solid. If you've got several years to let your straw bales develop into a nice rich garden environment, then sure, do that. Go right ahead. But otherwise, I say just snip those strings. Even if it's the only thing you do to your straw bale, your plants are really going to thank you for it because the plant roots are going to find it a lot easier to get through that less compact environment. And, well, so is the water. The water is going to be able to really easily be absorbed by the straw and water your plants, keep them nice and healthy, and doing that growth thing that we are all looking for in our gardens. My second tip requires you to follow the first one and have already snipped those strings. But when you do that, you're going to notice that it seems to fall apart into flakes that are a few inches thick because of the way the hay bales are made. This is wonderful for us gardeners because it makes it really easy to just spread it out into fairly even layers, and that is more or less what I recommend that you do with it. Now I say more or less because I don't want you to be super tidy about this and take the time to lay each straw out perfectly in line with the next one and make it like a beautiful Zen garden, which has beauty, but it's not what we're looking for here. What we need is a little bit of natural chaos in there. We need the straws going this way and that way and twisted all over the place so that the plant can just give that little gentle shove of growth and move through things nice and easily. And again, it comes down to the roots being able to penetrate into it easier and the water as well penetrating into it nice and easy, keeping everything properly hydrated and just so the plant can perform for us. So yeah, that would definitely be the number 2 tip. Sure, keep things clean and organized and everything, but make sure your straw in those piles is a little crazy, a little wonky, not in perfect little Roman soldier kind of lines, and yeah, just let it be a little bit crazy. Now, my third and final tip for this quick video seems really obvious, but at the same time I don't see it happening a lot, so I thought it really was worth mentioning, and that is to mineralize your straw pile. It's not soil, okay? Ultimately, soil is made up of itty-bitty particulate pieces of rocks that have broken down over the years. There's organic material, there's biological material, there's fungus, there's all kinds of things that go into it, but ultimately there's lots of little tiny bits of broken down rocks that are the mineral base for our plants to grow. Now, people are concerned that there are not a lot of minerals in their garden soil, and they could be very right. It's pretty easy to remedy in this day and age, but there are also other tricks that you can do to help access it in your garden soil. However, in a straw bale, all it is straw. So there are no little rocks in there. You're going to need to do something to mineralize it, whether you sprinkle some garden sand or some playground sand in there, or just toss in a little bit of soil with some rocks in it as you're doing your layers. Or I'm going to be using a product called Iron Earth that they sent me a while ago, and I've been waiting for a good opportunity when I knew that something desperately needed to be mineralized. So I'll be using Iron Earth for that. It is what it is. Find yourself a product. People talk about rock dust, all kinds of things. Anything along those lines is going to add some minerals to your straw pile. And let's face it, I mean, the number one reason we gardeners give for putting all of this effort into food generation is generally that we get healthier, more nutritious food out of it, which, can only happen if the plant can grab those things. Now, plants get the vast majority of what they need to grow from the air, which is awesome for the whole concept of straw bale gardening. But those minerals do come from those rocks. So my third final wrap-up tip would definitely be put something in there to mineralize your bale of straw, and you're going to get just healthier, more nutritious food out of it. And after all, that is the point. So yeah, 3 quick, easy tips. Okay, thank you for joining me, everybody, and I appreciate your spending a few minutes with me here as I share a bit of my garden advice with you that I've picked up over the last too many years, learning how to garden in soil as I transfer away from aquaponic gardening, or well, as I add it to my regime with the aquaponic gardening. If you've enjoyed this video, feel free to smash that like button, hit that thumbs up. You know, YouTube algorithm loves that kind of stuff. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, by all means, feel free to share this on your favorite social media, because that helps me be able to bring you more useful videos like this, and this is the kind of video I want to start bringing you. Something that's actually kind of useful. So, thank you very much, and I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day ahead of you. Happy gardening, everybody!